Breaking news on Thursday, May 6th. Notre Dame fifth-year offensive lineman Dillan Gibbons announced that he is entering the transfer portal. Here is what Gibbons said in his announcement on social media. Dear Notre Dame, I am announcing that I have entered my name in the transfer portal. Committing to Notre Dame on April 4th, 2015 was the easiest decision that I've made in my life. Choosing to leave has proven to be the most difficult decision I've made to date. Those that know me understand that I leave Notre Dame fulfilled and without regrets. I truly love Notre Dame and am proud to be an alumnus of our mother's university. With that said, I'd like to thank Coach Reese, Coach Bayless, Coach Heastand, Coach Quinn, Rob Hunt, Coach Elston, Coach Kelly, and the whole Notre Dame football staff for giving me the opportunity to play football and graduate from this great university. I will forever cherish the many memories made with the offensive linemen and continue to hold and raise the standard of whichever offensive line unit I have the privilege of joining next. I look forward to and pray for the continued success of my teammates and Notre Dame family. Love thee, Dillan R. Gibbons. Gibbons was getting first-team reps at guard early on in spring ball, but about midway through this spring, moved to center. We saw him more at center, at least in the clips that Notre Dame sends to the media following each practice. More of a second-team guy, though. Zeke Correll was regularly the first-team center. Seemed like he was more of a second or third-team guy. And if Zeke Correll wasn't going to be center, you would think Jarrett Patterson would have a really good shot to be that at that position. So Gibbons, if he wasn't getting looks at guard, wasn't getting looks at center, he's not going to play tackle at Notre Dame, then it would make sense for him to look elsewhere. Look, it's his fifth year. He wants to be out there. If he's not getting that opportunity at Notre Dame, makes sense for all parties involved that he would move on, even though I'm sure Notre Dame would have liked to have Dillan Gibbons as a depth piece. Gibbons played in 221 career snaps at Notre Dame, 116 of those coming last season, started against Syracuse, and that Notre Dame offense was racking up the rushing yardage in that contest. Gibbons was a three-star recruit, the number 56 offensive tackle in the country, number 74 player from the state of Florida in the 2017 class, listed at 6'5", 313 pounds. From Clearwater, Florida Central Catholic, recruited by former Irish offensive line coach Harry Heastand. Here is a look at the Notre Dame's offensive line scholarship chart. You see a big gap between Josh Lugg and then those players with 4 years of eligibility at the tackle position. At guard, you have 6 guys. Even Pat Coogan, the true freshman, we think there's a good chance that he could play center. Jarrett Patterson, we feel like might end up playing tackle or guard. Of course, we're going to keep him listed at center for now. There's a chance that Notre Dame could have 2 true freshmen starting offensive linemen in Blake Fisher at tackle and Rocco Spindler at guard. And I think that would be more of them just being too darn good to keep off the field rather than Notre Dame having to play them out of necessity. We've heard some rumblings that Notre Dame has inquired about some offensive linemen in the transfer portal. To our knowledge, they're not moving heavy on anyone just yet. But with this news of Dillan Gibbons entering the transfer portal, certainly have to wonder if Notre Dame will look to add a depth piece on the offensive line. What do you think about this transfer for Notre Dame? Make sure you let us know in the comments section. Of course, Notre Dame also lost Jordan Johnson earlier this week, the former 5-star receiver in the 2020 class, to the transfer portal. What do you think about both of these transfers for Notre Dame? Let us know in the comments section. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button on this video and subscribe to our channel for more content.